Hello, everyone. Back on the beta world for another episode. I've been quite busy these past couple of days. So I think I don't really need to say anything to demonstrate. Instead, I will show you. But I'll continue to talk anyways. Um, been working hard on the bridge. Kind of working to get this done because once again, progress is hampered by not having it done. Um, so you'll already notice we've gone quite a distance further, and there's quite a bit more rail. There is no powered rail yet. I need to go back mining again, find some more gold, but that's all right. But the bridge has come along quite well. I've set up a lot of the torches, as you can see, and the redstone torches are here, waiting for their powered rails, but they're not here yet. I think I spent about a stack and a half on normal rails, a stack and a half of iron on normal rails. So, it really is quite a project, but I still have plenty in reserve, so if need be, I can get more. I definitely like the sunrise and sunset being in line with the rail. But yes, we've come quite far. I got up to about this hill before I stopped, and kinda I can continue on, but I'm not sure if I want to keep doing this design or how I want to do it. I probably will end up just keeping with the design. Because, don't fix what isn't broken. But no, we're not terribly far. I believe it's only another 200 blocks or so that way that the area I'd like to do the dwarven mining at is. Um, so no, we are nearly there. Of course, the railway being the thing we've worked on the past two episodes is not something I want to focus the whole video on. So I won't. I have a few ideas of what we're going to do today. But more specifically, I'd like to kind of wrap up this railway station in a neat little bow. We've certainly been working on it long enough. I need to finish up the roof, and I need to make the side entrance closest to the village. I had an idea of what I wanted to do with this, and I think it'll work for what I want to do. So let me clear this out a little. I figured I could have this come out with the logs. I think that makes sense. You know, the logs are the end of it, it's the support. And then we put planks here. And if I grab a couple slabs here, I can put those on the end and kind of have it curved down. And I think that'll look quite good. That did not quite work. See if we can try that again. There we go. Yeah, no, that is I quite like that. It's very nice. Nice and simple, makes it make more sense. It's kind of strange to have supports holding up the ground. You know, you think it'd fall through and whatnot, so I think this makes it a little more believable. I still have to do some interior design in here. Add some benches and whatnot. Of course, where are people going to sit if not on a bench? But more importantly, we need to get this entrance over here done. I was thinking I want to try and keep the floor on the same level, like the hallway floor over to it on the same level as here. So this is at Y77. This is at 75. So if we go up 2 blocks, we can get up to the level of where it's at. And I figure this entrance doesn't need to be very large. It's not like people are coming here to go to the train station. Well, I mean, it's not like this is the train station. It's just the means to get there. So if I make this like this, I can have a nice little step up and, you know, a door like here or something. Hello, wolf. I think I might move this over a little bit. Oh, goodness. That's unfortunate. I didn't want to have to do that. But I guess it was in the will of the wolf to step in front of my pickaxe, get hit by it, and then proceed to get angry at me. I'm not quite sure how that works, but quite funny. Alright, so since this is only going to be like one story, I don't think it's reasonable to try and like... With the current style I have, the bottom floor is always a like stone sort of structure, so I'll probably stick with that and make this stone as well. I'm going to try a few design ideas, see what I come up with. I'll keep you updated along the way, and I'll be back. Now, this shows promise, but I'm kind of encountering an issue where, as much as I love the old cobblestone texture, it's really hard to balance having too much of it, because it's got quite harsh, deep grooves in it. So it's difficult to kind of make it work So I think I might try and do a similar, like, corner, um, corner style to this and having, like, stone in the center. And I might do this bottom layer of cobblestone out of stone for the building. And I put this little wall here because I thought it kind of made sense, since this is right up against a hill, that it would need a wall to kind of hold the dirt back. Kind of like the one I have over at the smith over there. But, yeah, I'll see how that works and come back to you. Once again, yeah, I definitely think it's got promise, but at this point, it's kind of difficult to say without a door and a roof. So I'm going to put those on and see how it looks. So I have quite a bit of wood here. I don't think I'll need to convert any of my logs. But I don't think there's any other material I could really use for the roof other than wood that would look any good. Oh, I know I can make this jump. There we go. So I'll just kind of put on the front of it, make a facade. It's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Oh, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this will work. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Maybe if I put this one here. No. I think this will do. It's never going to be perfect, but this will do. So I dug it out a little bit, and theoretically, I'm looking at my x-axis. It's going to be 697, or negative 697. So if I go over to the station, and I guess I'll go from here. And I dig until my x-coordinate says negative 697. And then I go left. Let me light this up a little so you can see. I should come out right at the center there. Aha! There we are. Excellent. Oh, just in time, too. Turning night. That's perfect. Well, I mean, I suppose I'll dig it out now. Maybe I'll make it a time lapse. Yeah, I'll make it a time lapse. All right, there we are. It was pretty smooth sailing. Got a lot of cobblestone from it too, which is great. Contribute to the bridge fund. I'm not sure if I want to make it 4 high. I don't think it's necessary. But what I do want to do is kind of like line it up a little. So if I do, I'll line it up, pretty much just line it with some cobblestone. If I give it like a little frame here, can go 1, 2, 3. Ah, how unfortunate. Maybe instead, I just leave this as stone. And line it up from this edge. I think that's what I'll do. Do these sort of cobblestone arches. And just to kind of give it some believability, I guess. Yeah, this is quite a tunnel to have with no support. So then if I go 3 more, three more, and 3 more. I end up right here, which actually works out. Because it's just about where the roof ends. I can put a cobblestone there and let that sit there. I think that's kind of cool. And then if I really wanted, I can make this one oak planks. And leave the rest as stone. Kind of unfortunate that we were so close from having it line up perfectly, but I really don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. It looks fine enough being stone. So I guess what I need to do next is grab some gravel, dig out the floor, and fix that up. So I'll leave that as is. I'm gonna go get the gravel, and I guess I'll time lapse that as well, just for the fun of it. Okay. That was relatively painless. Actually ended up with more gravel than I started with after mining out that vein, which is very cool. I will never complain about more gravel being a finite resource and all. Probably time to sleep. Was relatively painless, I said already. That's very cool. Very informative stuff here. But no, I mean, this is looking pretty good. I like it. Nice, easy, it's simple. It's not very realistic. I mean, this is Minecraft. But also, why in the world would they make a little tiny entrance just to come over to here? The amount of work it would require to excavate this area in the time period I'm theoretically set in would be insurmountable for the payoff that it gives. But in my case, I don't quite mind. So then, that's two things I can check off the checklist: the roof and the little entrance, the side entrance, which is great. I'm really glad to have those done. I mentioned in the last episode, if you haven't watched it, you totally should, that I had a bunch of ideas in my mind that I wasn't going to write down or anything. And so I bit the bullet. And, well, I say bite the bullet as if it's at some cost to me, but it's probably better. I bit the bullet and started writing things down. So I've got me a little notebook with a bunch of ideas in it, things I think I might do, and the roof for the train platform and the side entrance for the station are both done, which is excellent. I think, to wrap this episode in a neat little bow, we'll go ahead and make a new house for the village. I've got sort of an idea of what I want to do. It's got a similar sort of style to the entrance we made over there. The side entrance to the rail station. But it's sort of a building that would makes sense to be kind of pushed into the wall a little bit, or pushed into the ground. So we'll end up intruding on the little lake here, or I don't even, can't call that a lake, the pond, but that's okay. This will probably end up getting moved anyways. I do want to keep the pond, but not necessarily as it is. So I'll clear this out and carry on with the plan. Well, I had to get rid of that tree, which was nothing short of a pain, but it's gone now. A little unfortunate, but I'll put some trees in its stead, and I think this building will adequately make up for the lost, I guess, decorative value of that tree. But I'm actually going to kind of mix up the style a little. Now, I still want the second floor to be, partly the wood and sand design, but I wanted to kind of mix it up a little. So I won't ramble on. I'll probably just do a normal time lapse here, or just cut the footage, one of the two. So I'm looking at this, and this feels far too close to each other. The other one, there's quite a bit of distance between the two buildings, but here it's I don't think it's enough. So what I'm probably going to do is push this back a couple blocks and push this hill back as well, kind of terraform a little, and because I mean I like where it's at, but I don't like how close it is to this building. I think a lot of the beauty comes from seeing the nature kind of peek through between the buildings. So I'll do that. This I'll probably just completely cut and get back to you when that's done. So I finished, for the most part, pushing this back. I moved it back about 2 blocks, and yeah, that's already much better. I'm really liking that. I think once I terraform that hill a little bit and push it back, it's going to be quite nice. I'm definitely glad I did that. So I guess I'll waste no more time and get back to work. Well, as you may or may not have seen, I had to axe down another one of our large trees, which is unfortunate, but I will replace it in one form or another. But this is looking pretty cool. I'm liking the way this is turning out. Especially from over here, you know, the stone transitioning into the wood looks quite nice. Now, you might be wondering, there's really no doorway to get into this lower area here. And that's because there is no doorway yet. What I actually wanted to do was underneath the stairs have a doorway that goes in right here. So then you come in and you'll be in the basement, which I think is kind of cool. It's definitely different. Makes this building feel a little special. And no, I mean it's quite a small building, but it's quite a small building, but it's got a lot of personality. So, and I went with this cool, you know, fence underneath the stair design as well. Same as over there, because, I mean, it just kind of works. I am going to sprinkle in some normal stone throughout this cobblestone to once again try and break up the repetitiveness of this cobblestone texture. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite pleased. It's quite a cool looking building. So I'll continue the excavation efforts and swap out some blocks. Editor Teovaltic making a during time-lapse appearance. The first of ever. Coming on here just to kind of say, at this point, the episode's getting a little long. You know, I try and shoot for around half an hour, and we're getting above that. But I figured I have the footage of me doing the work, so I might as well just leave it in and put it as a time-lapse. Just for you guys to enjoy, for those of you that do. I mean, if you think I shouldn't, let me know in the comments. For the time being, I think it's more effort to get rid of it than it is to just speed it up, and, you know, I might as well leave it in. So, yeah, if you disagree, leave a comment, but if you like it, let me know, so I can keep doing it. Thanks. And I guess, now that that's done, there's nothing else left to do apart from terraforming this hill a little, which shouldn't be too bad. I actually think this is gonna turn out quite nice. Now, there's some more stuff I'd like to do around the village before finally kind of moving on for a while and doing the dwarven whatever, whatever you'd want to call it, underground city something or other thing. I want to work on some paths between everything in the village, because right now it's kind of, it's all just individual little pockets of stuff, which doesn't make much sense in the grand scheme of things, considering, you know, it's a village, it's meant to all be connected, and I'd like to get a well made. So I might end up putting the well right about where the pond is now. But that's, yet to be seen. I'm not certain what exactly I want to do with that, but I just know that I want to do it. Obviously, eventually, it'd be nice to add more houses to this, but, I mean, thus far, the entire series has been house and railway, so, yeah, it might be nice to change things up a little. Okay. Well, I'll probably end up doing more terraforming with this over here, but I don't think that's going to be in today's episode. I think with this I will have far extended my typical episode runtime with my revised form of editing. So, I guess we'll leave it at that. This is a pretty good stopping point anyways. I'll give you a good look at the terraforming. Looks pretty alright. I'll probably end up doing more eventually to kind of smooth this out. But for now, I mean, that's excellent. But I won't keep you any longer. If you are still watching, I appreciate your viewership. If you liked the video, feel free to like. If you disliked the video, dislike it. Either way, leave me some feedback in the comments. And if you really liked it, feel free to subscribe. And with that, I wish you the best in your day-to-day.